clubhouse feels like maybe. They play 160 games in the major leagues, and they are familiar with rain delay. We really aren't in our sport. So it was interesting. Somebody brought cards. I'm sure they had them in the hotel from last night. So a couple of card games are going on. Guys were doing all kinds of things. It was kind of interesting, but I did have that thought. I said, boy, if I ever shift over to baseball, I'd get used to it. Kind of unusual in a football locker room, that's for sure.
What were the conversations like of, okay, do we keep on delaying? Do we cancel? I'm sure you'd rather not take a no contest in a 17-0 game.
Yeah, I thought only Abe wanted that, but there really wasn't a lot of conversation, and pretty much it's just dictated by the weather and the mechanics of the layout. And so it's a flat 30-minute delay. The one where we're out there right back, that's the only one that was a little tough. But it is what it is, and you deal with it. And at least we got some practice back in 19 in that regard. Didn't have to make a 2-hour bus ride afterwards, so that's good.
Coach, I was very impressed with your field goal kicker tonight, Stevens.
Yeah.
When did you decide to go with him this week? Is there a time? But I was really impressed with him.
Yeah, LeVar let him know yesterday morning, actually, and that only because we weren't sure. The guys have been going back and forth, and I've been saying all along we're probably going to ride the roller coaster a little bit. But pleased with both guys. And Aaron, you haven't seen the last of him too. He's done a good job. So I think we have two good kickers right now. Just hopefully they can get comfortable.
Thank you.
You were able to kind of use your full offense, your full arsenal with having wide receivers out there. You could go, 11 personnel. You could do different things. How how satisfying was it as an offense just to be able to throw everything out there that you normally would?
Yeah, it felt a little bit more like, the kind of football you want to play. And, Spencer, I thought, made some beautiful throws tonight, some real near misses. Hopefully, in time, those will be completions. Whether it was throw a little off or maybe the receiver a little bit off, that type of deal. But it's just encouraging because it looked like maybe we were going to go somewhere there with it. And if we can combine that with a good run game, hopefully we can be, able to do the things we want to do. But it was encouraging. It's just good, always good to get guys back that you think are going to be in the mix for you.
It looked kind of like the receivers, made some good plays. They also looked very rusty at times, just the way they were running. And was it just a matter of you're going to have to ride that wave and they're just going to have to work their way out of it?
Yeah, the three guys I mentioned, Keegan really hasn't played since last December. Nico, well, let me hold off on Nico, and Brody really hasn't played a little bit last December, and then the last 3 weeks. So it was good to get him on the field, and he'll get better. He'll just keep improving. And probably the biggest game for us was Nico because he is a veteran. He's got a veteran presence in a very young room, and then he's a pretty good player. He's nifty, and he knows how to play. He really does. So that was good. And I want to compliment Arlen too. I thought Arlen had a heck of a game, not only on offense but special teams. So he's really playing hard. We knew that, but we need more help there, and that was good to see.
You shut down Keegan after coming out after one of the rain delays. Was that just precautionary kind of thing?
No, well, he just didn't feel like he could get loose, and such unusual circumstances. Usually you go out once, play, and whatever it is, 15 minutes, 20 minutes for us, right? And it's always funny. They always talk about shortening these games. I don't know why they don't shorten halftime, but that's a whole different chapter. So I think just the disruption probably affected them today.
Kirk Caleb Johnson, breakout game. I think Spencer said the first day of practice in Shells, he was trying to run through people. I guess how would you describe the kind of journey for Caleb, and he had 2 big breakout runs today?
Yeah, like what Spencer described was a guy who just got here out of high school, first couple of practices, but he's got a real, good attitude. He's got a little energy to him. It's fun, and naive's not the right word, but you know what I mean. It's all new to him, so it's kind of fresh. But he's been fun to work with, and he's done things. He's been in the other games, but it hasn't really looked great. It was good to see him run with confidence tonight. He got a little bit of daylight and knew what to do with that. That's for sure. And coincidentally, there's a run he made in camp that was very similar to a couple that he made tonight, and that was good to see that transfer over to a game field. Hopefully that'll be good for his confidence, and that's going to help us, the more the merrier from that standpoint.
How important was it to get the shutout? The defense has played well all year, but just to push through 7 hours.
Yeah, and for us especially, we never seem to get shutouts. If you start putting the reserves in, the ball seems to go down the field really fast. But it was good to see the backup guys play well for a change. But it's not fair to these guys. But It's been a tradition here, you know, our backups go in there. So that was good, but yeah, it's really gratifying. Anytime you get a shutout, that's great, and I think, you know, it's kind of represented the kind of work that guys have been doing, and they were aggressive tonight. They really played well, did a lot of good things, and, you know, you can always feel good about that.
Kirk, how much of you talked about getting your full offense back really for the first time all season. How much of a priority was it to really let Spencer's arm loose? I mean, I can't remember you guys trying deep ball after deep ball like you did tonight.
Well, yeah, we just thought we had a little better opportunity for it now, and that's hopefully going to help us with the rest of the passing game too. You're not going to throw deep balls 80% of the time, but you know, you got to throw them, or otherwise they're going to be right in your back pocket the whole time. So I think that was good to see some balls going down the field, and Spencer did a nice job delivering. Our protection still can get better, and you know, some negative yardage runs were a little displeasing, especially in that second half or the last couple of times out there. Just kind of put a damper on things.
After going through something like this collectively as a team, what does it do for a team's confidence? I mean, you know, knowing you fought through something to accomplish it.
Yeah, it remains to be seen, but I think they can feel good about what they did tonight. The most important thing, anytime you lose or have a tough outing, you got to get back on your feet and go back to work. And the guys did that starting Monday. They've had a good attitude, and been saying that about this team since January. But you know, you're always wondering, you know, what's going to happen, where are we going, where are we heading? But the guys have pushed forward. They practiced well. I think we did make improvement this week, and couple things I'm excited about. I think we have some strengths on our football team, and I know we can get a lot better in some other areas. And it's how fast can we do it? But yeah, to get a reward is it's important. It really is important, and hopefully, you know, we can build on this a little bit. And you know, haven't seen much of our next opponent, but I'm sure it's going to be another challenge for us.
You've never struck